When the Bondo Bishop David Kodia was invited to preside over a memorial service of Raila Amolo Odinga in Nyayo Stadium in front of several dignitaries, he chose to speak to the hearts of the nation in a way that he understood best. And Bishop Kodia took that very golden opportunity to advise Kenyans that if they wanted to remember Raila Amolo Odinga, they should embrace values that promote national unity and shun the vices like corruption. Little did he know that this sermon was going to be the beginning of a very long witch hunt, because he had drawn the battle line between himself and the president handlers. Many people thought he was targeting William Samoei Ruto.
This service and this state honor, there is no one who would have deserved this other than the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. We should not be fearful, must have the power to make us renewed in our strength for the liberation of our country from those who are looting everything from us, from country level to everywhere.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, a very thought sermon that very many people cheered and thought was the best at such a moment when people were giving Raila their last respect, became a thorn in the flesh to the government. And there are some rogue policemen who have been sent to hunt for him. And I want to say that this is very, very unacceptable at a time when people are mourning. We'd wake up to some very sad news that this bishop is gone. And the bishop is saying that it was by a whisker that he escaped abduction.
I'm a public figure, and if at all police is to come to my place, it has to be well channeled. I'm not a criminal that can be arrested without order from court. So I don't understand why they came to my place. And what later I established from members of my family who are there is that they said that they were sent by one Farouk. And I don't understand who is this Farouk. That's what they told my family. When they asked who sent you, that we are sent by Farouk. So I don't know who is this Farouk. I've never met this Farouk, and I don't know how important this Farouk is. I don't understand. Another thing is that when I sent the team there, I alerted the media, because I'm not someone that you can just come and arrest anyhow like that. I alerted even the county government, because they were policemen. But later, the police commandant or Nyanza police boss called me to say that he's not aware of those people. And interestingly, he may not be aware, but they were in uniform and they were captured in uniform. They were there and they had guns. I'm a very small person. You don't even have to carry guns to come for me. You simply send me a note, then I'll appear before any police station. Then when they interrogated my family, they really traumatized them, because they were saying that now they changed the story. That I'm peddling, I don't know what, that I'm engaged in money laundering. Surely it's better to be more intelligent than that and have a better life, even if you want to be.
Now, I want to believe that this bishop cannot lie. I mean, there's no way he can come up with this story. It is not crafted. This is true. But when you look at what is happening in the country, ladies and gentlemen, you'll realize that we are in a very, very wrong trajectory. You remember, immediately Kenyans knew that Raila had died, and they were waiting for State House to break this news officially. The president was busy signing, secretly, if you allow me to use that term, some very 8 controversial bills. Among them, a bill that allows the president to pull down your social media handle whenever he wishes without court orders. that today you talk ill about the president or you criticize him, then they can decide with a team of some state house powerful men, and they pull down your Twitter handle, Instagram, YouTube. I mean, this is very wrong. The same way, when Kenyans were still very much engrossed in mourning Raila Amolo Odinga, some people are sent to this bishop's house, so that it happens in a way that you will not even understand, because Raila's death and mourning is the biggest thing that is being spoken about. So if you sign some bills, people will not notice. You abduct this bishop, people will not notice. Luckily enough, I think he was not around, but this family was scared stiff. Now, come to think of it this way. They came in broad daylight, just the same way they went to the young Albert Ojwang's father. And when they took Albert Ojwang, it was in front of his parents, and they promised him he's gonna be back. So they went for this bishop. Why? Just because the bishop had a very passionate sermon. And the bishop was speaking something that William Ruto has spoken about before. William Ruto said some months ago, William Ruto signed some bills that were to help deal with corruption. Was there anything different from what William Ruto has said before and what the bishop was saying? And what really angered the members who handle William Samoei Ruto? Is it bad to talk about corruption? Are we now being told that this government and corruption are the same thing? And then you imagine that the police that should be under one chain of command, the Inspector General Douglas Kanja, we are told that Farouk Kibet sent them. What kind of a country are we in, where people are very close to power, people are very close to the government, who are very close to the president, can wake up, command some policemen? We don't even know whether they are policemen anyway. The only thing we are being told, they were wearing police uniforms. They were donned in those police uniforms. So you never know. So anyone can wake up, command the police to come for you, because the Nyanza commandant is confessing that he didn't know that these people were coming. And so they left. What kind of a country are we living in? Today, when I'm very close, those kitchen, do I call them the deep state of the kitchen capital? Who are they? Who can wake up, command 2 or 20 policemen to come and pick you? And then they say that this bishop is a peddler of drugs or what, or weapons. When did they realize that this bishop is a peddler, a drug peddler, whatever they're talking about? After the sermon? Really? Come on, guys. I mean, sometimes we extend and stretch our jokes too far. When people are mourning Raila Amolo Odinga, they want to ensure that Raila goes with very many people. We have casualties. Just the other day in Kasarani, they failed to manage that crowd, and 4 people died. In his life, they threw tear gas and live bullets. In his death, his supporters are still inhaling tear gas, being killed, witch hunting others. I mean, what is this? If you don't want us to talk about corruption, tell us, give us a guideline that, Bishop, you are coming to deliver a sermon, but please don't talk about corruption. And how did they think? Well, why do they feel that it was Ruto who was targeted? Of course, it is because of the reports from the Auditor General and the Controller of Budget, who keep on telling us that there is massive corruption and wastage in the UDA government. Is the solution to hunt people and kill them when they talk about corruption? I don't think so. The solution is, and I know William Ruto can do it, just declare corruption a national disaster. Zero tolerance to corruption. Start jailing people. By the way, it can really work for you. Instead of signing controversial bills, instead of, your people going to intimidate and threatening those who are talking about corruption, imagine if William Ruto decides today that he wants to stop corruption, it will take him less than a day to do it. I know why I'm telling you so. It is sad for me that the police that is supposed to maintain law and order are obeying unlawful orders, because if a civilian can command you to do something, then we are in the wrong hands. And if this is true, and of course I believe so, because the business has, the bishop has got no business lying to us, then ladies and gentlemen, this is a bloody regime. And with the demise of Raila now, I can assure you that if this regime is going to deal with us ruthlessly, because at some point it was only Raila who was able to stand firm and tell off the regime. During his last moments, Raila now was not taking people to the streets, but was calling William Ruto and telling him, "Apana." Like part of those bills, Raila had said, "Don't sign." Now he kept them until Raila died. I don't know whether this scares you, because we are going back to the Nyayo era. Is the bishop safe anyway? The policemen, or the so-called policemen, went there, they didn't find him, then they left. Do you think they will not come back? Do you think this bishop cannot be abducted? Because it was by a whisker. Had they found him there, wangemwambia wewe enda utasema mbele. You don't know whether they are the policemen. You have not taken their service numbers. You don't know which police station they are going to go next. That is how things would have happened. And before you know it, very many people are looking at Raila's, his Zoom viewing. News comes in and it's too late. This is a worrying trend. And Kenyans must be very careful. Otherwise, it's going to be a very sorry state of affairs.